Start my Pepsi endorsement right now. All right, guys, so we're going to start this one, and thank you again for coming to the event. It's been awesome, as always, with Eric and Lisa, having this, being able to have everybody here learn more, and hopefully been able to make some connections and things. So my name's Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash. Now we're in Delmar, Maryland, instead of Salisbury, Maryland. But if you follow the YouTube channel, pretty much everything that I'm going to cover today is already on there. If you're looking for more stuff about social media marketing, troubleshooting half the equipment in here, subscribe on there. It's youtube.com/cleanpowerwash. So a little bit about myself. Been in business now for 15 years. It's actually my 4th year full time. Going into that, I worked for Verizon for 7 years before that, and then kind of always had it as a part-time thing. Brought Andy, my foreman, with me. This year, hoping no more COVID nonsense messes us up, but this will be really the year to hit that $1 million mark. So really excited to get to that point. And a big part of our success has been my ability to do so much on social media and continue to make that continue to grow. So I broke down just as far as what we spent over the years. The way that I always look at social media marketing is that it's like farming or tending a orchard. You've got to continue to take care of it, but you're going to get more and more and more stuff coming from it. It's not like when you send out a lot of other marketing that you do this marketing, it may work today, and like if you send out a postcard, that postcard is not going to continue to get you business years and years from now. But the way that we go through with Facebook, lifetime I've broken the $500,000 mark, and I've spent basically about $15,000 on Facebook marketing. Now, say that if you spend $15,000, you're going to turn that into $500,000. No. There's obviously the time that we spend making pictures, videos, posting it, but ultimately everything that we do on this, you should already be doing as part of your normal process of running your business. Just to show a little bit, so we have a Christmas lights company, Delmarva Christmas Lights. This was our 3rd year doing it. In one season, we added basically 1,000 subscribers or likes to our page. It's now at 2,100. So we added another 75 people in January to like our Christmas lights page by doing what we do already on here. Our goal is always just to create as much awareness, engagement, and get people to pay attention, give them a reason to like your posts, like your pictures, want to follow what you do. Bring them in. They may not need a house wash or gutter cleaning or to have their Christmas lights up yet, but you're getting them to pay attention to you. So when they are ready to make that decision, you've already got them brainwashed to think, man, Clean Power Wash, you see them over and over and over and over and over again, and it's cost me $2 to get in front of that person that many times. Power washing. So that was the beginning of last year. Added like another 400 people. People always get tied up on how many people do we want to have like our page. The answer is more. You know, if you've got 100 people that like your page, you want to get that to 500. If you're at 500, get to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Depending on your market too, the more people that like your page, obviously that's going to have a greater impact. You may have a bigger audience if you're in Philly than for us in Salisbury. So ultimately the key to making money on Facebook is providing content. Content. Whether it's pictures, videos, live videos, regular text posts, sharing the fact that we got cupcakes today or the special burger, the fact that you were here at this event, which you should be posting that, showing your clients that you're doing things, that you're setting yourself apart from the guy that they go, well, all these guys do power washing. Well, now you see, okay, this company, look, they're spending time to go learn at a power washing convention. Most people are like, you're going to what? You know, but it needs to be good content. Main 3 tools that we use to make that social media marketing. One, we use Company Cam. We've been using it for almost a year now. I've got an affiliate link. It's companycam.com/Rob. If you're beyond, even as an owner operator, but especially if you've got employees, the beauty of Company Cam is that as soon as Andy goes out and takes pictures of the job, it's uploaded right away. Hey, we've got this situation on this person's house. How do we need to deal with that? I can see that immediately, and it's one big database for us. When we go out as sales, we'll take pictures of everything, so then if there's questions from the sales rep has a question, hey Rob, can you look at these pictures real quick, tell me what we should charge on this? Help them there. We can use it for marketing. You can also use it for CYA. Customers say, hey, you killed that bush. Actually, Mr. Customer, I've got pictures right here that actually show that bush. We noticed it when we came out to do the estimate and before we started doing the work, that there was some issues with that. It also proves you're guilty sometimes, which if we're guilty, we should own those situations. But this gives us a massive ability to get those pictures all in one spot. It doesn't matter who took the pictures. We show up to the house. The way the company cam works is it will basically GPS tag where you took the pictures, who took the pictures, when they took them. So there's so many levels of proof for it. It's 19 bucks a month. And if you're really thinking about it, one callback is going to cost way more than that, even over the full year. Layout by Instagram, we use that in conjunction with Company Cam to make better before and afters. Company Cam has a great way where I can literally take a picture of this side of the house for before when it's dirty, go in, it'll ghost an image over it so you can line it up perfectly and have that perfect lined up instead of being like, all right, so I took a picture this way and then let me come over here, take a picture this way, try and line them up. You're not going to have that. But it can literally say, all right, there's the guy's hat right here. All right, we're dead set on that. So just another feature there. And the watermark app, literally go into whatever type of phone you use, go into your app store, find a watermarking app. You get a PNG file of your logo, you can watermark it. It helps to just add that extra bit of branding every single time it's going on, and also helps to protect your pictures from being stolen. We have a fair amount of people that, a lot of the people that are on our page that like the page are contractors because they're following what we're doing. So I want to go through a couple things. I've always said that anybody could do it. We had an office person that was going through doing some of the pictures and before and afters, and not all pictures are going to be great. Not all before and afters are going to be great. That doesn't mean that you necessarily don't post them. You're going to have and I guarantee you that I've posted probably more than most of the people in here combined. I posted 80 times in the month of February on just the Power Wash page. 80 different pictures, videos, different random stuff, just stuff that continually get in front of people. But so if we look at this is your average, neglected staircase. You kind of got mortar missing on it. And the comment that our office person wrote on there was, brought these beautiful steps back to life. So, the slate actually is probably a better thing to have focused on in this picture. They weren't in that great a condition, and quite frankly, even on here, you know how sometimes you'll power wash it and the mortar will come up perfectly clean, nice and bright white, and other times you're like looking at it and you're like, man, I've hit this 3 times, I've hit it with chemical, I've hit it with pressure, it's not coming. That's probably not the ideal picture to use. But it serves a value. We can still use it, still post that picture, or hopefully with Company Cam, you're getting 30 different pictures of the house for before and afters, and you should be able to create multiple posts off every job. Here's another one. So make sure that whoever's creating them understands what the images are. These are propane tanks, right? Or natural gas tanks, depending on where you're at. We'll even clean water, propane, and oil tanks. It's not a water tank, it's not an oil tank. Make sure that obviously what you're posting, that it's good grammar. You want to have that kind of stuff come through. Another big thing that people will do, this is, you can't, and with the way that this projector is putting it up there, it's not as clear. But I'd rather have just that tank and just change how you're setting it up. This picture is going to get more of a reaction from somebody scrolling through Facebook, and we're blessed that what we do it elicits a response from people. When you see it go from that dirty siding or that dirty concrete and you come across and you're like, woo, that's nice and clean. Like window cleaners, I always feel bad for them because I think there's smudges on there. You can't always tell that as well. With window cleaners, if that's what you do, you want to do videos of you cleaning the windows. There's something just cool about they go like this and do-do-do-do, and it's done. Or showing that your water fed pool and you're like, look, I can use one hand and wash this whole window. That's the way that you use that. Again, talking, explaining your process. Because the cool part about all of this is that ultimately when you come up to the house and somebody's a Facebook lead, they've already seen Rob Anderson clean power wash Salisbury, Maryland 1,800 times, and they've already figured out, they know, like, and trust me. Now they're just trying to make sure that my price is within their reasonable budget. So I'm spending time learning to, making sure that they know. ultimately, again, this is a filler post. Give it a C plus, B minus kind of rating on that. This is an absolute failure. And so is this coloring. The template wanted to make it really easy to see. But when you make your before and afters, I mean, a lot of the times you're going to do a side by side. Sometimes there's ones like this is a cool way to do it where you can have that smaller before and this big blown up after, so you're focusing more on the change in the end result. But the dirtiest part of this picture is right there. So you can switch through different templates, but find ways to, regardless of whatever app or program you're using, to make those be impactful images there. It's not going to get as much attention. This one, it's a good picture for gutter cleaning. We could probably zoom these two in. Nope. Have fun with that. I forget what the comment was on here, but we've got 7 or 8 people that liked it. Reached 272 people. It says 10 engagements. Again, we want stuff that's going to continually get in front of people, get their attention. These are the fun stuff that we like to do. Make smiley faces on pretty much every project that you do, other than a wood deck. It's probably not going to be a good idea. We've got a stencil made, so you run the power washer over it. It's awesome. He's like, dude, this concrete is black. We ended up making it like it looked like a whole, like one of those NFL backboards with 100 of the logos on it. And she's like, can you come take your sticker off of my concrete? She's like, it looks really great. So now there's like 4 blocks of concrete that's completely white. Seen guys that'll use this as demos. Go up to your house, set that down. Oh, you're not sure how dirty it is? All right then. What are they gonna do? Leave your name there forever? No, sir, we're done with the demo. I already put my stuff away. You leave that, and they're like, you're gonna get that. And that's a fun one. I saw somebody they did half their driveway, put that at the bottom, so they've literally watermarked the picture with their actual logo in it. Having fun with the surface cleaner, doing the smiley face there. Be careful with we do cemetery and burial stone cleanings. Make sure that it's not, hey, look, we're awesome. No, it's like, hey, this person wanted to honor their family member, clean up their monument. What a difference. Because you can get $100, $150 for doing that, your trip minimum, and it's going to take you 5 seconds to do that. Would you have a question?
Do you have any advice on getting those jobs? I've been curious about that.
That's going to be, so we did 1, and I think we ended up doing 3 after that. Because people saw that, especially Christmas time, you're not normally looking for a gift for a deceased family member, but it is something to continue that time of year. You're thinking about you're missing the grandfather, grandmother, or whatever.
So it'd be like the family that owns the the family of the stone, rather than like the cemetery groundskeepers kind of thing.
Correct. And I would love to just get in to do 100 of them. Obviously you have to have a water tank to be able to go ahead and do that. But usually because you've got granite or marble, it's a great picture for before and after. And people really react to that. This is an example of a bad picture. Especially in the course of doing a job, you're going to have times where I'm videoing actually as Andy was cleaning this. And so you can pause, push that dirty water out of there, get that picture to be able to then post that to get that engagement. And also it's got some dummies shadow in there. Yours truly. There we go. We don't agree that's a much better picture. That's going to get their reaction. I've put my watermark prominently in there. So they're reacting at that. They're getting that subliminal message of my logo over and over and over and over again. This one, another great one. It's simple. Put them side by side. This is one of the templates that they've got in Company Cam. I keep talking to them about being able to make the logo bigger. You can even still take this and then watermark over where your logo is so it fills that space, so it actually does protect it, but does get further branding in front of it. We had some fun. We did Cedar Shake siding. Huge house. Yeah. Got some other fun pictures. But so this was a great way to also, we got our Christmas lights logo. and power wash logo in there. So it's perfect timing. We're doing this, I think it was September, October time frame. It was like, well, let's go ahead and make a Christmas tree out of it. This does not do it justice right here. That was, we see the wood get just bleached out by the sun and just amazing after it. All right, so this is actually talking about, now right now, who's slammed busy right now? Are our clients all thinking and calling us about power washing right now? No, some. The goal here and the reason why we market in January and February is because by the time somebody's ready to make that decision in March, we want to have already gotten to that point where they're already thinking about it. And also if they start saying like, oh, well honey, the house is dirty and these guys are still working. They're crazy. It snowed yesterday. We're still working. So it gets in front of them. We want to get, so we had 10 actions on the page, 652 views. This is the number one figure that I look at, that and that. 21,000 people were reached. That's 21,000 impressions, and I spent less than $500. 5,620 reactions or engagements. That's them liking, hearting, commenting, doing something on that, pausing to look at it further. Video views. I have not done as good a job in the past year on videos, especially for the power washing. It goes live videos, regular videos, pictures, text. That's your order of operation as far as what's going to get the most reaction, what Facebook wants to support. So if you do a live video, Facebook is going to put you in front of more people, and it needs to be longer form content. If you do a live video for 1 minute, it's going to send everybody a notification by the time they go and they're like, oh cool, Clean Power Wash is live, and then it's like your video is ended. If you go for 5 or 10 minutes showing it, make sure that you're doing something worthwhile, that you're going to captivate people, showing you talking, or whatever it may be. But we continue to do this, and this is getting in front of people right now. They're stuck at home, it's freezing cold, so that when they're ready, I've already influenced them. Again, having fun. This dirty concrete, they put CPW and RR, or Rust Remover Plus, because we did some rust removal at this house. Had some fun. People are just laughing about that kind of stuff. I do a video, anytime I do rust removal, it's magic. Who here does rust removal? If you don't buy some of their chemical for it, or whatever other, get oxalic acid, it's an amazing thing that you can use, and it's a pain point for people. You listen to Nathan's thing talking about that, you can get those pain points in it. You're going to charge more based off of where the rust is too. If it's back behind here, nobody really cares. But if it's right here, right by their front door, they're more likely going to pay a bit more money for it. But so we'll do a video of it and just show that time lapse. So we did one on a mailbox this year that got crazy amounts of awareness, engagement, and reactions to it. And then multiple people were like, that's a lie. Yeah, nice Photoshop. I'm like, well, I'm flattered that you think that I cheated on this, but it's legit. Like, we took one before picture, booked the job that day, and we came back a week or two later. So yeah, the grass was a little bit longer in one picture versus the other. That's the other reason why when we do the sales, we take our before pictures, so that way, in case the techs forget to take before pictures, we've got them from a little while ago. This is Fabio, my foreman, doing a roof wash. Just have fun with it. Like, people want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. This guy looks like a serial killer now, right? No, I mean, it's hilarious. It's the most hair he's had on in a while. Yeah. So this is last 60 days. I spent $400 on 13 ads. So basically January, February, right? That actually might be a different time of year for it. But still, I only put money behind 13 different posts. You don't put money behind every single one of them. Every job you do isn't breathtaking or a dramatic transition. Sometimes it's just getting it done. But for those ones that are worth it, those ones that'll get a reaction, the one that looked like Calvin and Hobbes, that one I'm putting some money behind because people are going to react to that. I'm going to get some good natural and organic reaction if I put a little bit of money behind it. then I'm going to get in front of more people, and then Facebook is going to say, oh, well, 50 people looked at it, let's put it in front of 100 people, let's put it in front of 200 people, and it builds. It's just like a fire. The more that's going on with it, the more that you're going to see there. This is some of the Christmas light stuff. This is just a basic light job. Okay? Just really simple. Another one of my favorites this year, simple in color with a beautiful glow. 695 people liked that. And every single day, I'd go in there and take all of those and click, 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 click. They liked something I did. Now I'm asking you, like my page. It's an email opt-in is basically what Facebook is doing every time you click invite them. Instead of saying, hey, like our page because you too could win a grill. Well, they decided to like the page to get a grill, not because of what you've done. Doesn't mean that's not an effective tool to use sometimes, but do something great, make them like it, and invite them to continue to like the page. You can see again some of the breakdown, the results. We spent maybe $100. Here's 60 to $100. What's up, bud?
Are you really only boosting after you get good organic growth on it and then decide to boost? Or what's your decision to boost the post? Like, would you rather get organic growth than boost?
It doesn't really matter. If you dump money onto a post from the beginning, Facebook is already going to throw money at it. If you make 40 posts in the next month, you look back at those 40 posts after you're going to see which ones are better, and you probably have a gut feeling on which ones are going to be better. We've gone through enough of these pictures that you could say, yeah, that the steps probably weren't going to get a whole lot of reaction. That Calvin and Hobbes one, yes, it's going to get a lot of reaction. We had a beautiful one, another one for Christmas lights, and the Christmas lights engagement's just off the charts.
So more than one post a day.
Yeah. And if all you do is you aim for one post a day, or if you go through once a week and look at all your before and after photos, all the stuff that you've done, and you schedule it out. Our office girl was doing 3 to 5 posts a day, and she would schedule them at basically 9, 11, 1, 3. There's no magic to that. Because what I post at 9 a.m. does not mean that every single person here is going to see it at 9 a.m. When you open your phone up at 10:30, you scroll through, you might see it. When he opens his phone up at 4 p.m., he might see it. Should we post it all at 2 or 3 a.m.? Probably not. You're going to want to post it during working hour, or during working hours because everybody's on Facebook already. But the idea is that the sooner you post it, the sooner it has opportunity for a few people to look at it. And Facebook's always looking at that and saying, all right, so let's see if you guys sample size, 10 people, how many people liked this and reacted? Everybody skipped over it. All right, we're not going to show it to you guys. All right, 6 people liked it over here. So let's show it to another 10 to 20 people. Okay, yeah, more people are reacting to this. Facebook wants you to stay on there as much as possible. Every social media, every media platform wants to. The goal is to keep you engaged on there. So if what I'm doing is encourage people to waste more of their life on Facebook, then Facebook says, hey, let's help them look at more of this stuff because that keeps them staying on Facebook. And sorry, that did show $66. Actually, it's been spent. $66 spent. I try to get as far as the overall engagement to be about 1 to 3 cents per engagement on there. So if I spend $20, I want to see 1,500 to 2,500 people react to it. If I start seeing it get expensive, I'll just cut that post. This was this one very tiny picture, but we did a multicolored Christmas tree off of a flagpole. 5,600 people reached, 928 engagement. We invited a lot of people to like the page off of that. Again, even if they don't like it, they've still liked that post. Facebook is also looking at that and saying, well, they're probably going to show them a couple more because they like some of the other stuff that company did. Our audience, people always get really hung up on that. We pick age range, 35 to 64 or 32 to 64, and location. We used to do the whole homeowner thing, but then Facebook took that away. It really doesn't matter. You can be way more detailed and dig down on your customer avatar. My goal is just to get in front of as many people as I can, and I will get those clients. They will find us. You'll see, obviously, with Christmas lights, the engagement from females is way higher than men. Plain and simple. The guy's reaction is, hey guys, hire me to do your Christmas lights so that your wife will get off your back. It's plain and simple. You can be up in a tree hunting Bambi, or you can be up in a tree stringing Christmas lights. Which one do you want to do? And you can make those targeted messages to the guys and then run that to a male audience. Or even play off the same thing. Honey, or, has your husband been out hunting Bambi and you want him to do the Christmas lights? He's had his shot. Let us do it. This is another fun one we did. We did their roof, house, deck. We got a ton of pictures and posts. We did rust removal on this. Having fun. I put, Andy said he had a feeling somebody was watching him. People were commenting, hey, it looks like Wilson, and then the other post on that thread has been neutralized. So that's a great way to use multiple pictures too. You can have a good before picture and sometimes throw your other picture below it, because then also it not tricks the system, but more comments on it means that more people are paying attention to it, even if it's your own comment. We like all of our own posts. We should like our own post. Go ahead and do that instead of somebody like, oh, nobody's ever liked this post. Go and like it yourself. Whether it makes much of a difference or it bumps all of it up one, it's a simple thing to do. 407 people reacted to that picture. I went ahead and reshared it because it's just a hilarious picture. Like it always makes me crack up looking at it. It's fun, and also if you've got crews and you get them involved in this, like he gets it. He gets this market. He understands why we're doing it. Some people are like, man, I don't have time for this. I want to power wash and just get home. But this is what pays. This is what gets them jobs to do. This is also when he goes up to a job site, more people are going to remember and know Andy and myself than some of the other techs. They're like, oh, this guy definitely knows what he's doing. That might be the last page. What questions do y'all have for Facebook marketing, other marketing?
Do you share do you put the same content on your Instagram as you do on your Facebook, or do you do separate posts for those?
There is, you have a different audience. Ultimately, everything that we post to Facebook automatically goes over to Instagram. You can, and you should be taking all the pictures that you're posting to social. You should be putting those on your Google My Business page. And that's also where you look at it and say, okay, maybe I don't post 80 pictures to Google My Business this month. I'll look back at those 80, 20 of them are really good ones that when somebody looks for stuff, this would get a reaction, this would get them to look at us as a company to hire. You can use it on LinkedIn. There's plenty of apps that you can post to multiple spots using the same content, and it's we were talking even, doing a training video for your clients or for your techs on, here's the process, how you do it. You can then have the audio of me explaining, all right guys, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull up, we're gonna find how to park right here, then we're gonna pull our hoses, get the water, this and this. You can turn the audio off on that and then make your own audio saying, all right, so folks, this is how we do when you hire Clean Power Wash. We show up, this is what we do. There's ways to use that content in multiple ways. You can take the same picture and video, edit a little bit of stuff, change the audio or whatever to make it something that could then be used in other ways. Most of what we do post-wise as well is we'll spend 20 to 50 bucks on a post, run it for 14, 20, 30 days. There are some posts that are timeless. You can continue to run them forever and ever. I like to keep constant, fresh content. You want to have your go-tos for your specialty cleanings. Constantly showing people house washes, showing the gutter cleaning, showing what you're doing. Show what makes you different too. I think everybody's going to assume that everybody can clean vinyl siding, but can you clean an Ipe deck? Did you listen to whatever it said earlier about how to use the proper chemicals on that to show that you're that expert? When we do those cedar shake siding jobs, we get a lot of people to pay attention to that. They definitely understand that that's a step above. You want to hire the $99 guy to clean your siding? Go for it. No sweat off my back. You want to hire the $99 guy to clean your roof? Hope you have good insurance. Or you can look at us and see, oh look, here's a video of Rob walking on a commercial roof, spraying the chemical, walking back and forth. We sped it up. So it's pretty cool because you just see it goes black, white soap, and then it's clean. And just keeps moving back and forth. Very little video editing. I do almost nothing other than the watermarking for it. And if a post isn't reacting well, you're not getting much response from it, stop spending money on it.
How do you select your audience, like when it comes to
Just age and location.
what do you suggest? Like,
I do 35 to 64 because that cuts it off. And you're gonna have, that doesn't mean that 33-year-olds aren't gonna see it. That means that by setting it at 35, that means that probably not that many 25-year-olds are gonna see it. So if you just set it at 22, you're gonna have 16-year-olds see it. And I don't know about you guys, but I've never been hired by a 16-year-old to power wash anything. That doesn't mean that if they wanted me to power wash something that I won't do it, but try to figure that area. And the other thing I was telling somebody about too, if you have the core of your territory or you have your overall area that you're willing to service, make your market a little bit smaller than that. Facebook is gonna say, like, if right here is the main port of your area, it's going to send people messages, or they're gonna see it 5 to 10 miles beyond where your necessary pin drop is and how far you've put out. Focus what's close to you. There's so much money to be made right where you are. You can be more productive that way. You don't have as much drive time. But you can also, like, I've got a close audience, and then I've got an all audience, and I've got a Christmas light audience. We go much further for Christmas lights than we do for power washing. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, Flip was here. I'll send a job to him further up in Delaware because I don't want to go there. I've sent stuff to Tim, so I don't want to go all the way up there. But figure out where you want to do with your audience, and it's easy to tweak that stuff too. The other big thing on this is that ultimately everything that we've gotten these people to pay attention to, and the reason why we've been able to generate so much money off of it, is because we're continuing to stay in front of those people. They're on our Facebook page, they like it constantly. They're pretty much a lock for us for life. So, any other questions?
What do you recommend any special app or anything like that for video watermarks?
Quick works really well. We used to use one called WeVideo. The content is more important than the tool used to edit it. It's
We post
gussing
like a
up
lot
big.
of surface cleaning. Everybody loves surface cleaning.
Yes,
They're
people love it.
satisfying,
It's fantastic. People love that.
but we haven't really watermarked those. Like we watermark our photos, but the
And-
videos, is that less concerning?
So the key here is, am I branded right now? So guys are surface cleaning. I'm getting it to a point so I can still see some of our logo, so somebody can't steal that. There's ones where you can do a watermark at the bottom of it. At that point, it's not going to matter as much. And with those pictures and videos too, make sure that you're going live as your business page. If you want to share that stuff then over to your personal, go for it. Do that. So a girl, one of the wives, she was doing a lot of social media posts for the business, but she kept going on as herself, not as the business. The problem there is, she's trying to tag the business, but people are going and seeing her profile, not seeing, Rob's on Clean Power Wash right now. You can get additional engagement, and also don't become one of those people like I'll pick on Herbalife or all the other supplements and that kind of stuff. You don't want your entire personal feed to just be power washing. You'll lose friends. They're not going to want to pay attention to that. But you can continue to it doesn't all have to be about power washing too. If you guys have a wrapped vehicle and you go out to beyond McDonald's, we do one and we'll post billboarding for lunch. I'll park strategically so everybody can see it, post where we're at, I'll tag the business, we're on it, take a picture of your sandwich that you got, and it's not like we don't go through and ask everybody for the sale on it. It's just awareness and engagement. We'll run 10 posts that are just, hey, look at this. And I'll say, hey, by the way, you need gutter cleaning? Give us a call. If everything is, hey, do you need gutter cleaning? Do you need power wash? Do you need a house wash? Do you need this? Do you need this? People are going to turn you off because it's noise. So trying to make it so that it's continuing to get them your give, ask. I was recommend too, Gary Vaynerchuk's got several good books, Crush It, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, which is more of a tactical one on it. But again, it's give, ask. Eventually you have to ask. And when we get slow and we'll run a promotion, run $20 off or run, and we get slow in August, we'll run a deal. We'll get way more people to respond to that because we're finally saying, hey, we're a little slow. You guys need any work done? Like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, we could go ahead and get our house washed now. Not that it's a sympathy thing, but they're more apt to do kind of stuff like that. So, other questions?
Rob, do you see any value in any other platforms? You mentioned Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Instagram. What about like Snap, TikTok, stuff like that? Do you see any value there?
TikTok, there's crazy. Everything about TikTok is just about entertainment.
Yeah.
There's so much fun we can do. JC Janowski's a buddy of mine. He's got one of the things where he took one of the Christmas lights and they throw it over the thing like they're about to play Call of Duty, and then it starts playing musical songs after all like this stuff, and it's like boom, here's all the Christmas lights on it. It's a great way. TikTok's really just a great way to edit that stuff, and then you could take that video and then put it back on Facebook. I got kind of worried with some of the censorship stuff that was going on. You know, Facebook turns that off, cuts that thing. What do I do? So yes, diversifying, posting stuff onto LinkedIn, posting stuff on Instagram. I'm not as much on Snapchat with it, and you do want to look at what audience on it, but also realize that with every audience, people that are on MySpace are my age or older now. You know, eventually, whatever platform eventually becomes an older platform, no matter what. You don't have people that are just like, no, I'm too old to use MySpace now, you're like, or whatever. But posting it on more places, the more, again, it's just more impressions. We post a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I've gotten more work from YouTube that I've referred out to other people than we've actually done. We've had a couple of big jobs that were closer, which were great, but that's something else that'll help you out. We had a guy, I don't think he's here anymore, but he has a YouTube channel and most of his stuff was not engaging. And so he was only getting 12 views on videos. If you put out engaging stuff that's showing, or you even just saying, so, hey, we're washing this house, look, right now, no, look, I'm hitting the top of the house, I'm standing on the ground, what's up? They're gonna pay more attention to that than, oh, look, it's dirty. It's gonna be clean soon. Bye. Like, just have fun with it. And if you got the stage fright, it'll go away after you've made 100 videos or 100 pictures or whatever else. Just continue to do it. You'll get better at it. My first videos sucked. Some of them today suck. But if you make it, you'll get enough attention to it. The other thing I always look at it is, it's like any episode of any show that you like to watch. Not every episode is important. Not every episode is amazing. You watch Seinfeld, the Soup Nazi. That's an epic episode. There's plenty of other ones that you're like, I don't care about those ones. But they all serve that purpose. They fill that space so that you can have those awesome ones that people are still watching. So when you do have those ones that are really memorable, get that. So again, youtube.com/clean power wash. If you want to subscribe, that's got all stuff. You can check out our Facebook pages. It's just facebook.com/clean power wash or /Delmar Christmas lights. And then again, company camp. Guys, again, it's $19 per person. I love it. It adds up when you've got 4, 5, 6 employees. But it's wonderful when Joe quits or gets fired. All of his pictures are already on there. You have that proof. You can use that marketing, and like what Tanya was saying earlier, we did work for a property manager. Hey, here's what we did. Here's how it looks now. Cool, that's amazing. Not only did you do the job, you sent me pictures of the job that you did. You also noticed the fact that, hey, over here on this portion of the roof, you probably should have a roofer look at it. It gives you so many ways to be able to do your job at another level and be able to charge that premium. So, yeah.
Do you use a third party like Hootsuite?
I don't. Everything's been done in-house. This year was the first time that I had our office person doing a lot of the before and afters. That was part of her job every day, was to make 3 to 5 posts. So we should be using those other apps, and we're hoping with our new office person to be able to do more of that. And it opened my eyes, and that's why I made this, that they're not all before and after photos. You can see same 2 pictures and do an okay job, or you can do a great job. Become better at making those content posts. So, anyways, folks, drive safe. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.